best top laner. You could argue.
That's true. That is true, but for Gambit here, I mean, they can ban the Maokai now as the last ban, especially because Unicorns are banning Nidalee, which were banned last game from Gambit themselves. Otherwise, if you give that Maokai over, well, the thing is, the reason Cabochard got so far ahead was because of the way Gambit played the early game and the way the pick and ban phase went, where they could camp that top lane. I do agree, however, that Maokai is an absolutely fantastic pick and should be considered as a first pick nearly every single time. But if Gambit is that concerned, you just ban it now. If Unicorns doesn't play Urgod, you can first rotation that on the side of Gambit.
Well, they decide against that. Deficio taking out one piece of the puzzle. Look at Leviathan's face. Morgana locked in. Leviathan has got a massive smile.
Rek'Sai open as well here. I mean, there's so many picks now for Gambit. If they want the Maokai and Rek'Sai, they can take the same combo they had in the last game. You can go for that Urgod unless they don't think Unicorns plays it at all and even save that one. And you can run nearly the same comp. Honestly, you can run the exact same comp if you want, as you did in game 1.
All right, so what do Unicorns have? Let's see. If they know they're giving this up, there's no way as Unicorns expect anything other than Rek'Sai, Maokai here, or similar types of picks. So where do Unicorns go? Do we see that top lane Varus Leviathan was talking about? Do we see something different to counter a Maokai top lane? I believe Swain was used many patches ago.
It was, but Swain is going to have the same problem that Hecarim is going to have. You can get ganked very easily in the early game, pre-level 6. So they're going to do Sion into it. I'm still not sure. I mean, Morgana has been a good pick for Gambit because they like to flex pick it between Cabochard and Eddie, but it's never been a top contested, like, we need Morgana no matter what. Urgod is again left open. They can take the same lane matchup in the bottom lane into the Jinx Morgana setup, which Gambit, despite dying twice, they're 1 in farm. As long as they play safe this time around, they should be fine.
There is some flex options for UOL. We have seen Morgana top. We have seen it support. We have also seen Sion in the jungle from Kikis. Not necessarily 100%.
But Sion would be almost the same as Nautilus in terms of the early game pressure into Rek'Sai.
Just throwing it out there.
You're giving Gambit the exact same comp you just got destroyed by in game 1. I want to see the jungle pick, but because Nidalee is banned, Nidalee, Rek'Sai are the 2 best early game junglers. You ban one and give the other one for free over to Gambit, meaning you won't have anything that can duel the Rek'Sai in the early game. Unless potentially Lee Sin could somewhat go toe-to-toe. We know Kikis likes to play it. But I'm really surprised about this pick and ban phase and the value on a Morgana from the Unicorns.
And Hylissang hasn't even had the best stats. Coming into the split, he played it 3 times. 1-2, lost 1. You know, 73% kill participation. It's decent, but it's not like it's game-changing.
No, and why wouldn't you leave the Nidalee open if you're going to leave Rek'Sai as well? So you get one of them. Like, if Gambit then goes for Nidalee, you take the Rek'Sai, and again, you can go toe-to-toe. Nidalee obviously is super, super strong in the early stages. Okay, that's a new one.
The man-bear pig of Udyr has been locked in. Top lane into Maokai, or are you expecting that jungle for sure?
100% jungle. 100% jungle. Sion top, 100% jungle. Udyr has fantastic clear. So he's going to be super healthy if he's trying to counter-gank the Rek'Sai. I can see the plan here from the Unicorns. Udyr just always had the problem he could kite it super easily in fights.
If memory serves, it was Tom from SKT that ran it over in LCK 2 weeks ago.
It was.
His debut game, in fact, bringing Udyr to the jungle. We actually saw Diamond running Udyr last year when nobody else was. Didn't go well, but just for historical sake. Janna into Udyr plus Sion. Why not? I can't see Edward picking a different champion here.
Janna right here would be a great pickup for Gambit. You do the exact same setup as beforehand. You were winning the lane in terms of farm. Go back to that route. Don't try and take these early fights if you risk being binded and then, of course, killed by the Jinx Morgana setup. So no real surprise here. Udyr is going to have a hard time in team fights getting onto anyone, especially also because Gambit are once again going to be so tanky in the mid game. Cho'Gath fully stacked. You got, of course, the Urgod with the shield. I mean, I want to see what they're going to do. So it isn't top lane pick now from Chachi. I really expect it to be the jungler.
Number 1, I told you so.
It can still be swapped.
Number 1, it can be swapped, 15 seconds. But I'm going to go with I told you so. I'm calling it now. Number 2, Unicorns of Love have got a team fight. Damn it.
There we go.
Okay, I apologize. I take it back.
There's still some logic in it.
I apologize. I take it back. Team fight is going to be strong for Unicorns if they can, once again, not fall behind the laning phase. Orianna is always going to give you that option later.
But that's the thing.
How do they stop the aggression from Diamond? Does Kikis
Not by picking Orianna and Jinx. Because you got the same setup where you have very slow scaling carries against a massive mid-game spike and 4 bruisers/tanks and a disengaged support from Gambit here. Yes, I understand with the Morgana, you got the Black Shield to stop the Urgod engage, you got to stop the Maokai coming in. That's obviously the theory here from the Unicorns and why they maybe somewhat like the comp they ran the last game, and simply the problem was they fell so far behind to the early ganks. They could have stopped a lot of the engages. They can do the same thing here.
Yeah.
I just don't know how Kikis is going to do much in a team fight when he's going to get kited around by the likes of a Janna.
Well, we will find out. There were your team comps, guys. Hashtag UOL win or hashtag GMB win. Gambit are 1-0 up in the best of 5 as we take to the Rift with a definitely not Udyr, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time in the European LCS. Kikis is in the onesie. I got the bunny ears earlier. He's got the outfits on. And I thoroughly expect some zoom-ins on those outfits from observers. Right. I challenge you. So, let's see what Kikis can do this game.
Well, again, he's going to have fantastic clear in the jungle, so he can power farm. And if he reads where the Rek'Sai is going, he should be able to counter gank it and at least prevent Chachi from being camped. Now there's 5 guys from Gambit being spotted by a ward here. They will get in and once again get these deep wards down.
Most valuable ward in the quarterfinal thus far. Gambit with the same strategy. Let's watch Edward once the lanes start to take shape, because he does...
What is that running around?
Focus now, focus now. Can't wait to see the different shape shifts. But yes, I want to touch on that again. Edward does particularly like to bother his opponents in the jungle. We get it, guys. You've learned to ping.
Oh, this skin is fantastic.
Deficio is great. I've never seen him smile this much.
I haven't seen this skin in-game.
Not even Fnatic versus Unicorns of Love.
champion in my games.
Not even Fnatic versus Unicorns of Love gave you this much of a grin.
All right, so this ward here just spotted Pinoy. They know they're going to be on the bottom side. There's no camp being done. A bit like last time. The difference is, notice how the Unicorns are sitting in the bush waiting now. This was Pinoy in the last game. He got the early push. He got the early trade. Hylissang is going to try and land that binding onto Pinoy.
While Pinoy's eaten every other binding, it's threaded through the needle, and Pinoy once again surprised from behind. We did see Vizicsacsi doing the regular Sion start, dying to that Raptor camp. Neither top laner, in fact, is in their respective lane. Both opting to clear out a camp. I believe Cabochard got those Raptors. Level 2, yes, he did. So on relatively even footings, although Chachi with the flask with the sustain.
Now. He's got him. He has Phoenix stance and of course Fair stance, and he's already looking at Pinoy.
Flash bear slap! Flash bear slap!
He's gonna go for it.
Do it!
He's going in!
He's going in! Flash bear slap! Binding Pinoy is down! Udyr is on the board! And he runs out with style!
What a start!
That is awesome!
So, this is what happens when you play against the Unicorns of Love. They always have something new prepared. Level 2 gank, he started red buff, and then he just ran straight down to the bottom lane, flashed onto Pinoy, got that kill. Now there's the Unicorns winning the lane. Let's see what Diamond wants to do. Last game he'd already been top lane now. Already gotten the first kill onto Chachi.
The flash bear slap is fantastic. Get on Twitter, let chat know that this is happening. You see Chachi in the top lane, putting a good hurting onto Cabochard, bouncing back from that heavy-handed defeat in this matchup. And Chachi's going to try assert some form of dominance. It's going to be difficult to bully Cabochard away. He's got obviously a lot of regen in his kit already.
I want to see if he's maxing Q now after quite some nerfs to the E of Sion. Max Q has become a very viable strategy in the lane. Quite some damage down now. Kikis is in the river. This time around, he's going to secure his top laner in terms of at least the river. Didn't do that last game where Gambit completely controlled the top side.
That looks like a chicken, not a Phoenix.
It does look like a chicken.
2 points into Phoenix stance, so going for the very farm-heavy route. Vizicsacsi, 2 points into Decimating Smash, is going for the Q over the E, thanks to the most recent changes to the kit. And Unicorns farming themselves up, even in the AD carry role, slightly behind in top, but there's a wave pushing. And we see Pinoy and Edward again getting some really good harass onto Vardags. But Pinoy got punished for being overly aggressive in the previous game, just a little.
That's true, and now in this game here, we can't really blame him too much from that early gank from Kikis. They clearly didn't expect it to come, but it was really bad for Pinoy because he got forced back, couldn't get a tier obviously because we were that early in the game. So he's not gonna get any early stacking unless he goes back a second time within a short period, which is of course in favor of Vardags before he gets that tier and gets stacking.
Well, you're talking about items. I'm going to draw your attention to Kikis' shoes, boots of swiftness after securing first blood. You talked about how early or how well Kikis was going to clear. If there was going to be anything to help him move around the map and invade and try set up plays, those swiftness boots will help out. He's going to get caught up by that Howling Gale of Edward and set himself up for the Scuttle Crab. So Kikis, new champion, new itemization.
This is again what you can do. It's... Oh, God. Well, when you have such a good clear and you're always going to be very healthy in the jungle, you can control the rivers fairly easily. And also, if a Rek'Sai jumps you, you slap him in the face, you stun him, and you run away from him. So Kikis has been able to really secure a lot of vision here early on for his team, which is the big difference compared to the last game where he was on a Nautilus and did absolutely nothing in the early game.
Also, Vizicsacsi in lane is doing significantly better. Did not overextend at this point.
Could he do any worse?
Touche. At this point in the previous matchup, he'd already given up first blood, and Diamond had been sniffing around for a follow-up gank. We did actually see Diamond show his face in the top lane very briefly, but the lane wasn't in his favor. There was also a ward from Unicorns, and what got Gambit so far ahead in the first 10 minutes has been mitigated.
Yeah, we see here from Pinoy, he got back the second time now, completed that tier. Gonna stack it. Not been able to get a CS lead due to the early ganks or the early gank, and being back to base twice already for him. Double Thorns for Vardags, so clearly just gonna save up for that BF sword. Needs about 500 gold more before he can really start doing anything. But Gambit still has an absolutely fantastic mid-game setup. And you got that Cho'Gath here. It's one of the best champions in terms of like just the 2-item spike, because you have that one-shot potential. You're gonna get fairly tanky as well by getting your feast stacks. And of course the Urgod, we know how strong he is in the mid-game. So Unicorns of Love, Spike getting a lot better early game. Still needs Orianna to hit 3 items, still needs Jinx to hit 3 items before they can really start controlling the fights. And we're gonna have to see what Kikis can do in the team fights, again, against the Janna. He can kind of around against the Rupture from a Cho'Gath.
Even against an Urgod, if he runs in, he can just instantly get reversed. Unless he finds that flash bear slap stun. But look how long Kikis has spent hanging out in this tri-bush, waiting for Diamond to get involved. Level 6, Chachi gets it first. He does run straight in. Cabochard with the vengeful maelstrom. There's a double knockup from Diamond as they turn their attention to the man Bear Pig. Kikis is running away. He's going to shield up from Turtle and Betsy a little late to the fight. Gambit win the first 2v2.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Rek'Sai is still a lot stronger in terms of the fights, especially because we have Phoenix stance from Kikis here, Phoenix maxing from him. So it's farm focused. All he has to do is counter gank instead. He's going to be trying to read Diamond, and then he comes in and just like and slaps him, stuns him, and just backs away with his top laner here. He cannot start the ganks himself like this when Diamond can't be nearby.
Oh, wow, that was so easy. PowerOfEvil was around trying to dissuade that, but simply not close enough. Gambit with a well-executed tower dive, get their first kill of the game.
This Rek'Sai pick is really doing wonders for them.
Well, Exhaustor's down onto Vardags.
Trying to force his flash.
Did actually manage to get himself back just a moment or two. Betsy and Kikis now in trouble. Kikis is going to land the stun. He actually gets out of range of the Rupture. Phoenix stance is going, but the Shockwave whiffs. And that's going to allow Betsy to get away. But Kikis really using the movement speed of Bear Stance plus those Boots of Swiftness to get out of any of that CC that Betsy can put down.
And keeps controlling the river. That's the important one for him. So he tried to gang in the top lane. That was obviously very easily counter-ganked by the Rek'Sai, which still is winning these early duels between Kikis and Diamond. Pinoy still hasn't managed to get that CS lead on the Urgod. And if we get the same kind of fights around level 6, that went into favor of the Unicorns in the last game, because they got that binding into a trap into ulti from Morgana. That's insane amount of CC chain. And as long as you black shield yourself as the Morgana here, you won't get knocked back with your ulti from the Janna.
Keep an eye how Unicorns play that out. Deficio for the time being, approaching 10 minutes, they're just marginally behind in gold. Even in all the lanes, with the exception of mid, PowerOfEvil falling a touch behind Betsy's Cho'Gath. Quite clear that Betsy's put a lot of time into this lane. And actually, you know, the previous mid lane matchup was a mega farm fest. This mid lane matchup, once again, mega farm fest. And we're not showing it on stream, but we do need to keep tabs of who is pulling slightly ahead and roaming first.
But this is a problem for the Unicorns, because all split long, they struggled to play when PowerOfEvil didn't win his lane. And he's normally been playing very aggressive laners, you know, the likes of Syndra, Cassiopeia, where he can really win one-on-one. He can get fed, he can transition that into mid-game and become the big carry for them. He's been playing very defensive laners so far in this series here, and he's not been doing well in his lane. Well, he's been doing basically what you expect from him, just sit back and farm, nothing else. Kikis barely taking any damage in the jungle. He lost a lot of farm because he roamed top lane here. He's not supposed to lose this matchup this hard against the Cho'Gath. It's supposed to be very even between the two.
He spent so much time waiting for ganks top lane.
But again, the problem is, he's not going to be your carry. So the Unicorns need someone else to step up. Vardags has been a fairly standard AD carry. Nothing stand out on us. He's not been terrible, he's not been great. So I wouldn't trust in him to be the one stepping up in the quarterfinal. Vizicsacsi, I would. But in this case here, when he's playing Sion, the difference between Sion and Maokai, Maokai in the late game still has damage to take down targets. Sion does not. He's basically just massive amount of CC, big tank jumping in, and that's gonna be it. So I want to see from the Unicorns what they can do. If they just aim to basically sit back and farm for another 10-15 minutes before they want to do anything, and then say, okay, PowerOfEvil, let's see what you can do on Orianna.
Well, you touched on Vardags needing to step up. He's, again, sticking to the same sort of weaknesses in lane. At 10 minutes, he's down around 3 CS against his lane opponent. At 20 minutes, he's traditionally down 16 CS, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but when you are consistently over 18 games down in lane against your opposite number, it doesn't set you up to carry particularly well. But let's also be fair, in this matchup, Pinoy and Edward, every time we look at it, every single time, Pinoy is stepping forward, getting those acid hunters, looking to land the corrosive charge. And look, again, there you go, instantly Vardags is forced to back away.
It is an extremely hard lane to play against, because Janna is sitting back there as well with the shield, so you're not going to win any of the trades. It's only all-ins that the Unicorns can win in this matchup here. Basically, the way you shut down Urgod in lane is by having enough burst to not have him just sit back and poke, but you lock him down and you burst him in time, where he doesn't really add a whole lot. Chachi here, flashing away. Kikis is coming in, PowerOfEvil moving as well.
Well, they lost the 2v2 last time. That's a double knockup from Chachi. His passive will get popped short. The Cabochard's got no mana though, and PowerOfEvil was able to get in place. Here comes Betsy. It's not over just yet. In fact, it is as Gambit back away.
But this was exactly what we mentioned. What Kikis can do is he's going to counter gank, and what he's going to do is just run in, slap that guy in the face. Now down the bottom lane, Hylissang with the black shield.
He's going to see if he can get one. That's a double stun. Vardags has been exhausted, and he's not onto Pinoy. Pinoy still unable to swap anybody. There's a teleport coming out from the Unicorns of Love. Vizicsacsi wants to fight. The swap backfires for Pinoy, and Vardags lands the killing blow.
And again, there's another binding onto Pinoy in the lane. We just talked about how you got the burst from the Unicorns. That's how they can win fights. As long as Pinoy doesn't get binded, the fight will never happen. But in this case here, Black Shield and Hylissang, he flashes in after the bind. You have enough CC to lock him down. And then obviously with the TP coming down, just securing everything, they win another fight to get kills again on Pinoy in this laning phase. And that's a way. You might not win in farm, but if you get free kills on your Jinx, that's a good way of getting towards the late game.
Every single time we've looked at that 2v2, Pinoy has eaten those dark bindings. When you play that aggressively, you open yourself up to those skill shots, and this time around it backfires. We finally see a clean hyperkinetic position reverser, and it was terrible. Now, Gambit, do bounce back and get 2 towers.
Yeah.
So global gold's still in their favor.
It's the same deal as in game 1, where Gambit is winning on the top side of the map. Top lane tower was already low, so once TP came in from Vizicsacsi, that was an easy take from Cabochard. Mid lane, PowerOfEvil with some of these roams here where he didn't gain anything, has fallen really far behind, and yeah, Betsy's just been pushing in the wave over and over. So despite Pinoy dying, exactly like in game 1, Unicorns of Love are still behind because they're losing the solo laners. They're losing the jungle matchup Not so much this game compared to last one, but it's enough to give a gold lead for Gambit.
The biggest thing is, it's not enough of a gold lead that Unicorns cannot pick fights. Now, if Unicorns are in a position where they can challenge with
you still have Orianna, who needs way more time.
But previously, Unicorns couldn't fight over any objective. At 15 minutes previously, at 20 minutes, 25 minutes, Unicorns were so far behind.
Yes, that's true. But if I was playing in this game and I was Unicorns of Love, I would not set myself up for fights in the mid game against Cho'Gath, Urgod, Rek'Sai even, before she starts falling off in terms of her damage in the late game. I would very much just try and play super safe and trade objectives. So if Gambit goes down for a dragon, I would try and push up top lane, get a tower for it instead of taking a fight in the mid game, and use that global gold to kind of get towards my late game points, my 3 items on my carries, before I would start investing into these objectives. And the good thing for the Unicorns now is they've got that first dragon, so the early 5 dragons from Gambit in the last game is not going to be a thing for now, and that's going to buy them a lot of time, and that's going to open up for trading these objectives, because you don't have to worry about giving too many dragons over.
So, smarter play from Unicorns of Love, but look at Gambit. Zap is not going to connect, and Hylissang's going to find himself in front of 2 massive monsters. The Rupture Zap, the teleport's following. Hylissang is down. Here comes Cabochard. He's looking for a target, but he gets caught by that run-in from Sion. Now Cabochard looking for more. A flash away. The Unicorns of Love are in retreat. Gambit get themselves a kill. There's a minion wave pushing towards the tower, but it's not there yet. So Gambit have to take a slight detour. Chilling Smite comes out from Kikis onto Diamond. And Gambit are now in retreat. It wasn't the strongest of calls, but it should result in an objective. No, it won't, because there's not enough minions. The AoE is very strong. Unicorns of Love, yes, they lost Hylissang, but they've defended the tower.
Look towards the top lane, Trevor. Big wave pushing, and that's all gonna die to the tower itself, while Gambit is forcing the Unicorns to stay down here, waiting for that Q to connect from Betsy before they can go in for any kills. They still got that one-shot potential of an AP Cho'Gath.
If Gambit thought it was difficult to take towers in the previous game, now they've got to deal with an Orianna as well.
Oh, Betsy.
Dark Binding catches onto Betsy. Shockwave once again whiffers. Whiffers? PowerOfEvil is not connecting. And when you've got such a game-changing champion like Orianna, you can't afford that. Gambit still sticking to this bottom lane. They've pushed Unicorns away. Minion wave is continuing to pour into that top lane, and Gambit, with only really Pinoy as their tower damage dealer, trying to get in range. Diamond's going in. Knockup is avoided. It's not connecting. Hylissang is in the middle of the team. Cabochard's finding Vardags. He's got the support in the back line. They've traded 1 for 1 as now Vizicsacsi's being focused down. Pinoy tries to position reverse, but he gets dunked in reply. It's a 2 for 2 as far as the kills are concerned, but Eddie is going to go down to Vizicsacsi. In fact, it's PowerOfEvil that gets a kill credit. That's a flash forward. The command attack doesn't connect with anything. PowerOfEvil is trying to get through the members of Gambit. Kikis now out of mana. Will be stuck in one of these forms. Cabochard trying to get PoE. The Unicorns seem to be winning this fight. It's taken 12.5 years, and finally the oak tree does go down. PowerOfEvil at 4-0-1 in the longest team fight of the year.
Unicorns just got everything they wanted right there. Gambit stayed because the Jinx ulti and Orianna ulti were down, so they thought, okay, we can go for a dive here. If we land a Q from Betsy, we can maybe go in, but this is way too early in the game to start tower diving against 5 members. Vardags will go down, yes, but look at PowerOfEvil. He's just gonna clean house with the rest of the team because the tower keeps dealing damage onto Gambit here. They don't kill anyone fast enough. Pinoy walking in the back as well. You just got 4 kills on your late game AP carry Orianna. Despite falling behind early, you just got gifted so much gold. We might not even have this mid-game point where Gambit is that much stronger because of these kills now from PowerOfEvil.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gambit just went full Gambit. Vardags is trying to run down Pinoy. He's going to get him. Vardags, one more auto attack. He gets excited, turns onto Pinoy. 4 kills were gifted to Vardags. 2 more were gifted to the Unicorns. 1 for Vardags, 1 for Hylissang. 9-5.
No idea what's going on.
And it looks like Vardags has set his sights on the tower. Let's quickly touch, while we were looking at that replay, the kill credit or killing spree of PowerOfEvil was ended by Diamond. And Diamond now runs into both Kikis and Vizicsacsi. That's a flash forward. The decimating smash does not connect. And that means that Diamond gets away. Unicorns' first tower of the game. Gonna set their sights on the second dragon of the game. And we've gone loopy as we approach 20 minutes.
That is safe to say. So Gambit only here with 3 guys. Betsy being caught now, no flash.
No, not this time round. Shockwave this time connects. Dragon does go the way of the Unicorns of Love as Betsy's down. He didn't get to feast anybody. They've traded mid laners as PowerOfEvil is down. Best chance to try run away. Monsoon will keep Diamond alive for 2 seconds longer as Kikis is now the focus from Gambit. Pinoy, untouched with a full mana bar, is looking for target after target. Does have access to the hyperkinetic position reverser. Should need waiting for Black Shield, holding on to it, decides not to use it. Acid Hunter will continue to track through, and it's Cabochard that gets a kill credit. Gambit all of a sudden bounce back. They win the team fight, but they lose the Dragon. And with minions conga lining down to this bottom lane, what started 3.5 minutes of action will finally end in the tower going down.
Yeah, this game just completely exploded. And despite Unicorns losing that last fight, they can be more than happy. You've got 2 dragons now, and you got 4 kills on your Orianna, who's basically already getting a death cap now. Going towards the Void Staff, I guess, 3rd as well. So you just got gifted so much gold on a comp that was supposed to take such a long time scaling up, where Gambit will be a lot stronger, you know, force Unicorns to try and trade objectives on the map. They were happy just sitting and defending the tower. They didn't want to fight.
Oh, let's not get too excited. Yes, Diamond has found himself on PowerOfEvil. Cabochard looking to engage. Unstoppable onslaught does get stopped by a Diamond. Now Cabochard continues to try race. He's got double buffs. He's going to be able to get away from the Shockwave thanks to a nice arcane smash and dash. Now all of a sudden the Soul Shackles will lock Cabochard in the bushes. Cabochard not done yet. He's jumped onto PowerOfEvil, still trying to get the man that started this whole trade. PowerOfEvil with double buffs as Diamond in the background. He gets caught by a Dark Binding. The feast onto Hylissang will trade kills. Kikis is in full retreat. Deficio, good luck analyzing this one. Betsy and Pinoy still looking for more. Rupture connects and Gambit opting to back away. They've lost 2 of their key frontline members.
Run,
Betsy,
weird man,
the bear slap does connect. Decimating Slash knocks Betsy up temporarily. Monsoon is on cooldown. Will be available shortly and will be needed if Edward wants to save his life. Flash does get away. Kikis low on mana. Chilling Smite will keep Eddie in play. But the bear slap once more holds him down. Then he slaps Betsy. Dodges the rupture. Betsy goes down. All of a sudden Vardags is excited. Flame Chompers hold the crab god machine in place. The Unicorns of Love are on the top outer turret. 16 kills, another turret on the board, and Unicorns are running rampant over Gambit.
And these team fights here, I don't even know how they start. It was Gambit invading on blue buff, turning into Unicorns diving on a tower and just killing people left and right. Kikis is like having the perfect game on this champion because he keeps having these super long fights where he just runs around, stuns people, and then opens up for the carries to pick up more kills. You got 6 kills now on PowerOfEvil, 5 for Kikis himself. You don't care about your Sion dying 4 times. He's just gonna be a big tank anyway. So PowerOfEvil now has 9,000 gold. That's 2k more than Betsy. And Betsy was the one winning the lane in terms of farm. He got mid tower as well. But in the last, let's say, 4 minutes, we've just seen Void
Staff, Death Cap, Athenes at 22 minutes.
Yeah, who needs mid-game? I mean, that's gone. That's out. We late game already.
Let's also touch on the timer. Vardags took 32 minutes and 44 seconds to get his Phantom Dancer completed after Infinity Edge in the previous game. He's well on his way to smashing that record. Unicorns only got 3 towers in the entirety of the previous match. They've got that already at 23 minutes. Gambit have gifted Unicorn all that they've wanted, and you've seen the swing back and forth. It's now Unicorn's time to shine. Grab control of game 2 of this best of 5.
Yeah, and also we have to remember these 2 dragons. They're the ones suddenly playing around the 5 dragons, getting control on the bottom side. This was Gambit last game. Now with all these kills, I mean, PowerOfEvil is so strong now. 23 minutes in, like this is every Orianna player's dream. Having these items at 23 minutes. If he shockwaves now and gets 2 or 3 guys, that's gonna win a fight for Unicorns.
We've seen PowerOfEvil miss more shockwaves than he's hit. But
it was flash, to be fair, but I'll give it.
Not before. Cabochard actually dashed his way. Either way, he needs to hit them. Let's leave it at that. And he's got the opportunity to. If Vizicsacsi and Kikis can help lock targets down. Look at the 1-3-1, 1-4 rather. as Vizicsacsi's top lane with teleport. There's no teleport from Cabochard. And the rest of Unicorns with this very, very, very fed Orianna, getting fed Jinx. Looking to siege these towers. It's much easier for Unicorns to take towers. Look at the zone control
again
that command attack gives.
We have completely skipped mid-game where Gambit was supposed to have a way stronger composition. You can now start using Jinx to fast push down towers as well. This is what Unicorns wanted to do in game 1. Have this like late game setup where you had long range poke to zone them away from the tower, and then you had Jinx just getting these hits on the tower every single time. Now it's an Orianna doing it for them because she's that fed. Mid tower is going to be next target. Let's see if Diamond can get a flank. That's one way of getting onto the back line. No flash for Vardags, but he will have a black shield if needed. And Sion is far away, but has teleport ready.
Well, Diamond's looking to find a target. Cabochard still no TP to come in from behind. And if Vizicsacsi wants to start running, he set himself on a straight and narrow path coming from the mid lane inner turret on the Unicorn side of the base. 4,000 gold lead. An additional tower in the favor of the young upstarts of the Unicorns of Love.
Yeah.
And if game 1 was defined by Diamond, game 2 is defined by Kikis. We could be in for a very topsy-turvy jungle battle as the rest of the series unfolds.
2 new picks from Kikis already. 2 new games. We knew Unicorns were going to bring some crazy stuff. I expected more. It's been fairly standard at least, unless we look at the jungle picks for them. 3rd dragon now. Kikis getting everything he needs. Obviously just Cinderhawk, full tank. You don't really need to deal a whole lot of damage.
It's all about the bear slap.
All about bear slap. You need cooldown reduction. He's already building towards that. And Gambit late game really doesn't have a whole lot of damage coming from them. I mean, Rek'Sai falls off very hard in terms of her damage. Urgod, while you're running full armor penetration, you got good damage, but we're not talking like hyper carry Jinx.
We're not talking Jinx, that's
style.
for sure.
And obviously Cho'Gath is super reliant on being able to one-shot a target with his QW and ulti combo. That's going to be very hard to do unless you get onto these AD carries. I mean, you're not going to one-shot Kikis or Vizicsacsi at this point, and they're just going to run in your face, dancing around every single time.
25:51 marks the time that Vardags completes his Phantom Dancer. 6 minutes, roughly 5-6 minutes quicker than the previous game. Thanks in part to all of the kills Gambit have gifted. Now Kikis is going to get jumped on by 3 members of Gambit. Cabochard looking to root him down, unable to do so, and they're going to peel away, set their sights onto the backline. Betsy's been caught out. Hylissang flashes in, connects to the dark binding.
Boom.
The mega death rocket from downtown secures a kill. Now Diamond's the one that's in trouble. Does have flash available, not going to need it yet. Uses his network of tunnels to escape. Vision going to be denied, but a great combo from a Unicorns. Almost baiting Gambit to initiate and then punishing them for doing so. Pinoy trying to look for those Acid Hunter plays, but he cannot contain the Uber tank of Vizicsacsi Sion, and all of a sudden Unicorn set to siege another turret.
Yeah, opens up this tower here. Look at Vardags, the damage he can do. Not a whole lot of minions.
Oh, hey,
nice
Pinoy,
binding though.
you get caught again. That's a flash away to safety. Cabochard looking for one more. He's caught Hylissang and Kikis. Monsoon is out to keep Cabochard alive. And Vizicsacsi throws down the decimating smash. There's no rocket to close up, but Pinoy eats another one. Shockwave is not available for PowerOfEvil, but they've taken Pinoy out. You need to dodge those skill shots, my man. Unicorns of Love onto another turret. They sieged up the inner. Betsy this time gets caught. Hylissang is using an aimbot and landing shot after shot. Another turret falls as the rest of Unicorns are keeping up the siege. Vardags gets excited from the tower kill, gets excited from a champion kill, gets excited to run down Diamond and Cabochard. We do see the zap coming in. Cabochard is a tank. He's got no damage to take Vardags out. With the black shield up, Cabochard's damage reduced, forced to flash away. Vardags is still getting excited. One more will secure it as a Unicorns of Love.
Kikis is
Turn
still
up to the
alive.
inhibitor. Kikis stays alive through the entirety of the fight. There's minions on the bottom lane, and Unicorns can get 2 inhibitors out of the deal.
These team fights here, they're so long. It's just the big tanks against each other, and then Vardags and PowerOfEvil as the 2 carries for the Unicorns dealing the damage. They're getting everything. With 28 minutes in, PowerOfEvil is now getting close to 4 items on Orianna.
I want to see how much gold all of the Unicorns of Love are sitting on. If we take a look, 1,500 for the top. Oh, we'll get to that in a second. Be a great pick against low damage teams. Nothing can break through his turtle stance. If only UOL picked Udyr.
Which they did.
Yep, there we go.
Thank you, Jad.
So there was the gold. It was all spent.
It's a very good point he's making, though, and we see it in these fights.
Yep.
I mean, Urgod cannot take down Udyr. Just keep spamming turtle stance. You don't want to use your entire combo as a Cho'Gath on it. So there's nobody who really wants to kill Kikis when he's running around into your team and he keeps stunning you. He keeps being annoying. So you can't even ignore him and just run past him. This was supposed to be Gambit controlling these 10, 15 minutes here. Now Chachi is somewhat diving towards Diamond. He will catch him with the Q.
Oh, he connects! Decimating smash on the exit of the tunnel. Jungler plus Smite is gone. Unicorns say Baron will be ours. And they've got way more damage than Gambit had in the previous game. This should go significantly quicker. No one from Gambit is even in place to contest. And they will not be doing so. The Unicorns of Love secure the first Baron of the series. 30 minutes ticks over. 10,000 gold in the lead. And this is just a fantastic game for the Unicorns, all gifted to them by Gambit. You go 20 minutes back, it was Gambit's tower dives, it was Gambit's fights that gave PowerOfEvil his first 4 kills.
Yes.
And it continued from there. All credit to Unicorns taking control. But it all started with a massive misplay from Gambit.
Such a bad tower dive here. Now another fight in the jungle.
And this is going to once again drag out. Kick is still untouched. No one's landed any damage on him yet as Diamond knocks him up. Monsoon used to try keep Diamond alive, but Eddie, your faith was misplaced. You're now down as Vizicsacsi roars of the Slayer to secure the kill. Unicorns onto another inhibitor turret. Going to take out the top inhibitor with 2 members of Gambit down. They may want to finish this one out. Baron empowered minions. An exposed inhibitor available at 31 minutes. Unicorns are looking to even up the series at 1-1.
Yeah, no real surprise. 35 kills, and we're only 31 minutes into the game. These two teams here, they absolutely love to fight, and Unicorns of Love will get another kill.
Hylissang with the Dark Binding once again. His accuracy rate is off the roof. As Unicorns of Love will take down Gambit's Nexus to close this game out in definitive style.
And really, in the pick and ban phase, it looked so strange they were giving the same combo over to Gambit as in game 1, a comp that was so hard for him to do anything against. They first picked the Morgana, gave Rek'Sai, gave Maokai to Gambit, 2 champions they just shown they know exactly what to do on. And it was looking good for Gambit. They were winning the early game. They got these 2 towers in the mid and the top lane. They were about to get into this mid-game spike, and we were saying, okay, now's the time for Gambit where they are going to dominate everything. And then they, for some reason, feel like they got a 5-on-5 tower dive 12 minutes in or 13 minutes in.
Does not make sense. I think
4 kills PowerOfEvil, mid-game is gone. Like, that's it, it's over. You're now late game.
I'd love to see the LCS big plays for that, and how many of them are Kikis running, flash base slap, Kikis man bear pig, man of the match. Like, Kikis just ran.
He looks like a discount version of a Ninja Turtle, though, in Turtle Stance. When he's running around there, it looks so fun. I love it. The pick turned out to be great because he got so tanky from getting these early kills as well that they just couldn't do anything against him. And he had the river control that was good as well. I want to see it again before we really say, is it a great pick?
It worked in this instance.
Yes.
It was a great pick in this instance.
In this one.
And we're going to keep going back to the same storyline. These teams are defined by their solo laners. PowerOfEvil was even for 15 minutes, then he got ahead thanks to all those kills. And then he just smashes.
Just saying how he's losing lane. That's really bad for Unicorns. He needs to do well. He has 4 kills. Okay, great. There we go. We're fine now. And that's what happens. Full credit to Unicorns for then turning it on.
Yes,
and just keep pushing the advantage. We saw what they want to do with the Jinx. Put the ball from Orianna behind tower, zone them away, just fast push tower down. And they did it over and over, cleaned out the game.
Well, we'll have to see how Unicorns bounce back. If you look over...
cleaned out the game?
Yeah, you can. Why
great.
not?
Awesome.
They cleaned it. Yeah, I don't have anything else. If you look at the split, both of these teams went 1-on-1 against one another. Right at the beginning, it was Unicorns that smashed Gambit. Right at the end, it was Gambit that smashed Unicorns. We've just seen that in the first 2 games. We're on for a great series.
We are, and I think a lot of people predicted 5 games, but then a lot of people were discussing, okay, is it going to be Unicorns again? But I asked on Twitter yesterday, and I literally got like 50-50. Nobody could say this team is a clear favorite. Yesterday, H2K were the favorites against Copenhagen Wolves. Now, I don't know.
Twitter was in favor of the Unicorns of Love. It dwindled a little bit in game 2. Jump on Twitter and let us know who you think is going to win. But for now,